if you wedge a player between the carriage and a wall, eventually back up, like you'd back up into the wall or whatever is behind you, the player will be wedged and teleport into the back of your little trade cart, your little trade pack area, right? And so they'd be in the back, and you just fucking go off with them and carry them away. Shit like that, you know? If people want to scum, if they want to AFK in bad ways, you know, I can anti-AFK in better ways. Pepe D. Yeah. What a bunch of freaks. So, but those are like, you know, auto-attacking something is maybe the worst thing, right? It's one of the worst methods because you can easily be disrupted doing that. I think, or just anywhere where people have public access to you is a bad idea. So you don't want to be somewhere where someone can get a vehicle or do shit. Like you want to confine yourself in an area. So if you have a house or something, right? You want to lock the doors, hide your kids, hide your wife, and like run in the corner, not auto run. People, it's crazy. Still in this day and age, WoW Classic, people think auto running is a means of avoiding the AFK kick. But people like Havoc, okay, people like Red, I remember they, like, back last time we played the old quarter in the keyboard technique. Now, we're not that primitive that we need to do shit like that, okay? But if, you know, by any means necessary, but just wedging something in your keyboard, it's crazy. Now, maybe they don't want to be vocal about it, but it was kind of, I don't want to say disconcerting, but the amount of people who were playing WoW Classic that literally had no fucking idea how to avoid being kicked because of AFK. Like, what? Just do an input? To the point where, like, I think Tim, and this is the one thing that, you know, Simpsons did it, is maybe the first thing that comes to everyone's mind is having the little bird that comes down and pecks the keyboard for your inputs. It's like, okay, well, why don't you just expand upon that? Because that's the base of that is it's performing an input. Now, how can I perform an input? I can press something down, okay, because that mimics what the bird's doing. Let me see. How do I press something down? And can I do something that allows it to continue being pressed down? Yes, you can, okay? Provided you are a human with at least a small amount of intellect, yes, you can do that. Fucking Zoomers, I tell you. But it's interesting, the amount of streamers, like I said, maybe they didn't want to be vocal about it, but they were being vocal enough that they were talking about how to do it. So what's the difference between discussing how to do it because you want to do it and then relaying information as to how you're going to do it? Maybe one is talking about a crime you're going to commit, the other is committing the crime and letting everyone know how you did it. Maybe there is a difference. Perhaps. Am I going to fucking work out today? Jesus Christ. Music in the bars. Why don't you just go to the Scum and Villainy Cantina it's in Hollywood, isn't it? Cyril, care to elaborate? Why do I know that? It's because the Fat Man on Batman podcast with Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin has been hosted there for like months now. Takes place in the Scum and Villainy